What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode where I'm gonna get chewed on by a little... punch it! There you go. That's the stuff. I like how the animation was me just punching a fish underwater. Because why not? You fight off the bleeder for... No! Another one! Or is that the same one? He had a little bit left in him. It's kind of like that point in the horror movie where you think the bad guy's dead, but then when you walk by, it's like... And he like stabs you in the leg and you're like, ah, why'd you stab me in the leg? No! I wanted to be a track star. That's all I ever wanted. Now it's ruined, horror guy. And he's like, oh, my bad. I should have just killed you outright. So right now we need a bunch of silver and we need a bunch of copper because apparently silver plus copper equals lead. That's what I learned from science today, Subnautica science. I guess somehow we're able to, is that a sandstone chunk right there? Silver ore. Give it to me or else. Ore jokes. I want your boobles. Give me the boobles. There we go. So now we had one bubble. I guess we can't pluralize one bubble very well. But we need a few more silver. We need a few more copper. And that's all we're going to need to make the lead suit. I think that's what I'm going to apply myself to today. I try to make a point out of only applying myself like 20 minutes out of each day. Oh, I got to reload my battery real fast. Throw that thing back in there. See if we can find a little bit more sandstone out here. This will probably be, what is this, silver? Oh, okay, so that'll work out too. Oh look, it's another one of these little thingamadoobies over here. What's inside of here? Please don't hurt me. Alright, so we made it through any of those nasty little bastards down in here. I'm always worried about it. We can dig sand. I always dig sand, but that's because I like sedimentology. That boomerang seems very, very confused about his lot in life. I'm confused about a lot of things. Everything confuses me. No! Oxygen! There's not enough left, and we are way not close enough to the surface. Let's go up to the top real fast. All the way to the top. Drifting our way to the top. That's a pretty good metaphor for my entire YouTube career, to be honest. Just meh. Just if we float there, we float there. If we get beached along the way, ah, well, that'll work too. I guess being a roofer again sounds nice. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It would be the worst. Don't make me. Please don't make me. Anyways, being a roofer, I used to be a roofer. It was the worst job ever. Not in terms of the people. The people were great. But just, if you know what roofing entails, it's the worst job ever. It's basically swinging a hammer all day while standing on felt in the hot, hot sun. It sucks. I swung a hammer in the hot, hot sun. I hate roofing. It is not fun. Yeah, roofing was weak. It was probably the weakest job ever. It pays pretty well. I mean, on the plus side, if you like the moolah, it's not so bad. Is there one of those little crash thingies chasing me right now? There's not. I'm going to pick up this metal because we're out here anyways. I always have to come out to this region to get things done because everything else is farmed out in the other places. What the hell is that? Big coral tubes. Alright, I don't want to play with anything's big coral tube right now. Got that over there. I would love for there to be... Maybe there's copper inside my particle. Let's go look if there's anything inside of my nautical particle. And see if there's anything. When you say particle like that, it's like you're from Boston, you're saying particle. You're like a scientist from Boston. If we look at the particles in the yard, if you're a knock. Let's see, here we got, what's going on this side? We can make pipes, huh? Be back on the pipe. We got a current generator right there. Don't really want that. I know I left something in here that's going to be helpful. Silver ore. Okay, I could deal with silver ore. Magnesium, we should probably get down on to help ourselves. God, we just need copper. That's all that we need right now is we need a bunch of copper. Just an ass load of copper. Alright, well, let's go ahead and work on that. Let's go to the proctologist loading here and see if we can get... Is there such a thing, the proctologist of loading? If you go to the proctologist and he forgets to remove the things that he puts in there, I might schedule myself to find a new proctologist. Like, listen, this isn't working out. We need to see other people. We need to see other people. You can continue loading the asses and failing to unload the asses of other people. But mine, if you put something in there, scalpels, random pieces of metal, whatever, I'm unconscious. I don't care. Just make sure that it's not there when I wake up and that there's no trace. Like, if I just feel like scratchy and itchy after I get done, you know, you got that weird cold feeling up in there. I'd be like, did you leave something inside of me? Oh, you bastard. I would be so upset. I would be so upset. You would be too, don't lie. I know you're listening to this conversation right now just being like, that's disgusting. I remember when this channel used to be sophisticated. I'm like, don't lie. You would hate it too. You would hate it too. Things getting left inside of you is no fun. I always hear those horror stories about surgery where people are like, he left a scalpel inside of me. I'd be like, well, you need a new doctor. Don't ever go to that guy again. Ever. That's the worst plan. I don't even need a radar to find that one. I don't need a worst plan detector or nothing. I'll tell you, that's the worst plan right up front. There's a lot of quartz over here. But that's not what I need. This is what I require. And not titanium. No, radiation detected. Swim back. Swim back. Don't. If you die of radiation right now, I will not love you forever. Normally, there's like a 24-hour period of me not loving you. So, for example, my cat throws up on the carpet. I'm always like, hey, man, you know what this means? I don't love you for 24 hours. And he's like, okay. And then he goes and lays in the corner like a big orange manatee for a while. And then eventually I forgive him, and I'm like, well, you did stain the carpet, and the landlady is going to kill me, but at least you're adorable. And he's like, okay. That's really the only sound my cat knows how to make. He's kind of a big idiot, but at the same time, that's kind of why I like him. My other cat's way too damn smart, and that's why I'm frustrated with her. That's why she's just too smart for her own good. You leave anything around the house, she'll figure it out. I had a cat one time that figured out how to open doors. Probably the smartest cat I ever owned. She was always figuring out the ways of the universe. Like, she figured out so much random stuff. Like, if there was a system in place or a thing she knew she wasn't allowed to do, she would figure it out like, no! Oh my god. That seems like they would really have... From an evolutionary context, that fish does not seem like it would last long in this world. Like, shouldn't it go extinct since it blows itself? Maybe it only becomes combustible after it bred for the first time. See, that's how you... It's like the bees. It's like bees, for example. The ones that die are the expendable ones, and then all the other ones, they're the ones that hang out with Arnold Schwarzenegger and all those buff guys. Jason Statham. Oh my god, so much titanium right now. And what's a bitch is when I come back down here and I try to get... When I try to get copper, I get titanium. When I try to get, like, copper, or when I try to get titanium, I get copper. It's just... It's a never-ending cycle of the game not giving me what I want. There's got to be another location I can get copper from more efficiently, but as of right now, I have yet to find it. More titanium every single time. Came out here for copper, get titanium. Come out for titanium, get copper. This is my life. And I don't think you can get copper from any other locations either. And I can't drift too much farther in a different direction because I'm going to end up right next to the Aurora, yeah. And this is, I believe me when I say this is not where we want to be. This is a bad, bad idea for all of us. And it's going to lead to me screaming like a little girl and then being impaled. Inventory full. Apparently that's a schematic for my inventory being full. Hooray. We do have a pretty... I don't need these right now, so I'm just going to dump them. I mean... I hear movement. Makes me feel uncomfortable. I should be the only thing moving down here. Also, things that are not threatening to me, I give you permission to move. Everything that's threatening, though, well, let me make a cut right here because this isn't what I wanted to do with this entire episode. I thought we'd go out and find copper in like 8 seconds. This is turning into a long ordeal, so I'll be back. Alright, so we're back in the game right now. I got myself a radiation suit ready to go. And so I finally got all the things together. It took a while, but we got it. And so we're going to fabricate that. That looked like flippers to me. That didn't look like... Oh, it puts on everything right now. So what... Can I take it off? Oh, I can. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I look different, like my little 3D character. Like if you're playing multiplayer, do I look cooler right now or do I look lamer? It feels a lot heavier now that I'm in this situation. I'm gonna fess up right now and just say that I feel like I'm walking around with a lot of weight on my body. But you know what this means? This means that I have to go over by the Aurora, which is going to be awful, and figure out whether or not we're going to die. Oh, look, my suit changed. That's badass. My gloves are different colors. Oh, that's hella cool. I like that. It's little things like that that make me happy. I don't know why it makes me happy, but it doth. Okay, so being inside the Cyclops right now, are we well fed? We're reasonably fed. We're not, like, super fed. We're fed enough to not be fed up with being fed, but still... Let's throw some water in there because I'm carrying around like one air sac for some reason, and I guess it's a way to clear out my inventory. 60-50 should be enough. I could go cut some creep vine real fast. In fact, that's what I'll do. Let's just go cut some creep vine. It'll take us like 8 seconds to refuel. And then once we're all good and ready to go, we'll take the... I'm going to take the Cyclops with me. I don't care what anybody else does. I'm not going by the Aurora without it. Forget it. Not going to happen. If that thing is over there, I want to be inside the biggest piece of metal that I could possibly be inside of. Alright, creep vine. Yes, come along with me. Does the lead help me out versus bite marks from stalkers? That would be my other question. So we've got a bunch of creep vine right now. Our health is a little bit low. I wish your health would regenerate a little bit so that you weren't constantly crafting medkits or suiciding yourself in order to get yourself patched back up, because I feel like my health is always low because those little wormy things are everywhere. I don't usually get bit by much else, but the wormy things are all over the place. And so I wish you regenerate, not fast, like slowly. Like, maybe in like an hour, you would regenerate 100%, which means that, like, every like 40 seconds or so you get a percentage. That would work out fine for me. Let's eat all this creep vine. That'll get us sort of back up there. I don't know. It doesn't give you as much water as I would assume you get a lot more water out of seaweed. I don't know why. But deep down, like, I want to think that you would get a lot out of seaweed. All right, let's do this thing. I'm going to keep it up above the water. That's what I'm going to do right now. Let's go check this thing out here. Let's go find out. So I don't know what direction I should approach this from. It looks quite blowed up. It definitely looks like it suffered some structural damage. For right now, we're just going to go look at it. The other part of this that's actually really, really good, it's beneficial to us, it's the fact that now we can go out into that area over there where I'm sort of mousing around, where the radiation zone has been really, really large. I think by taking the core out of this thing, it actually fixes that, but I can't tell you. I'm going to submerge slightly. How deep can this thing go? I seem to remember it going down like, oh, I don't have enough power. I have one cell on me right now, I think. Yeah, I have a power cell, but I don't know if that'll get us all the way out there. I might have to go back and get another one. Oh, you put them into the slots? No, no, no. Pull that one out then. Give me that one back. No, I don't want to press R. I want that back. Give it back to me. Oh, man. Okay, let me go get a battery, then I'll come back. Okay. I've solved the problem now. We finally have fuel cells. So I went and I built like a bunch of these. Let's go ahead and refuel our entire Cyclops. Oh my god, everything's all empty in here. Okay, well I got a couple of fuel cells. We should be back up to 82%. Moving this big bastard is probably going to be quite an issue. But I don't want to go near this thing without having some kind of large encasing of metal around myself. Because there is a critter out here who will ruin our lunch. Like, he will make us have the worst day ever. And I don't want to play around with him right now. So let's go out towards the Aurora. We'll see what we can find. I don't know exactly how long this is going to take or if it's even going to be worth it. This might be a complete and total utter waste of time. However, there's no way to tell. Why is my character walking? Stop that. Stop that right now. There we go. Sounding my horn just in case. The horn of battle with whatever's going to try and hurt me out here, because I'm sure this wasteland has something with... What's that? I don't want the booty butt cheeks to get hurt. That's the name of my ship. I don't know if you guys noticed that yet. I'm sure somebody's beat it in on it. It's named after the Thugnificent song. What is that? Should I go down there? Seems risky. What is that, like a whale over there? What is that, a dead whale? No, that's just the reflection of my paneling. I'm gonna honk the horn one more time just to let, hey, all bad guys in the area, I'm over here. Don't come bother me. So what is this? A supply crate? Ooh, a battery. I like batteries. Batteries are cool. Ooh, treasure chests. I like this feature. What is this? Oh, it's a free power cell? Oh, that saves me so much time. Oh, this is the best thing ever. What is this? Another battery? Do they all have those? Oh, we need to find more of these wrecks. Save myself a whole bunch of time. Alright, so let's hurry back into the ship here. Quickly! Encase me in armor! I don't know if I feel better or worse about being eaten out in the water or being crushed to death inside of a pressurized tube. Both options seem equally shitty. I haven't decided which one. If I have to choose one, obviously I'll throw the dice and kind of just like see what happens. But what's that down there? I wish we had like a bottom viewport we could use. Like in some other area of the ship. I think I'm caught up on something. I think we made it. There's a lot of free metal over here if that's what you're into. So where's the access point for this thing? We have a whole bunch of detritus down here at the bottom of the ocean. Looks like this thing's being super flaky. Alright, so let's pull up. Did I just... Sorry, Peeper. Oh man, I killed him. Roadkill. I had a bird hit my windshield like that one time. It was ridiculous. Like, I can't even... Okay, so I was on the freeway. I was on the highway, and I was driving. And I hear whop! And I see this bird hit the front of my windshield. Or no, what happened is he hit the car, and that's what it was. He hit the car in front of me, and I see him fly up in the air. Like, he hits the car, and the thing about it was he hit the car in front of me, but he bounces perfectly straight up in the air. Like somebody threw him up in the air, just a straight line, and he's spiraling. And I think he's knocked the hell out, if not dead. He's pretty far gone. I'm not going to go out. I wouldn't wager on his survival. I just wouldn't. So anyways, Can I go over here? Like, can I stand on this soil? Oh, I can. I feel so much safer right now. It's weird how as a land mammal, you just feel better, like, being on soil. Like, the second you're on Earth, you're just like, oh, this is so... It's weirdly convenient that it managed to land, like, perfectly on this sandbar, though. Anybody else notice that? Maybe it created its own, like, with some suction or something. I don't know, science. Either way, this bird hits the car in front of me, and before I can... I mean, what am I going to do? Jerk the car into, like, oncoming traffic or whatever to get out of the way? And so the bird hits my windshield... And there's this still frame in my head of this bird hitting my windshield with his tongue sticking out. And when he hit my windshield, it was just a splatter of just spit. Like, not blood, just bird spit all over my windshield. I'm like, oh, that's gnarly. Anyways, bad day for the bird. Not really a terrible day for me. It gave me a story to tell, so that's pretty cool. Who doesn't like new stories? Can I come in here? Yay! More free stuff. More free stuff. I like power cells. Power cells are the shit, and they're a pain in the ass to make. Like the no! How are you gonna have an empty crate? I like how it tells you what it is. Container. Clearly not just the I square. It's just like a container. It tells you what it is. It has to announce it, so I can't pick up that right there. Can I go through this? No. That looks like it's... What was that noise? Did you hear that? That I don't know if I want to pop out until I know what the Shia was. It didn't sound too insanely violent. But it did sound nerve-wracking. Alright, back to the ship, back to the ship, back to the ship. It's the manliest noise that I can muster right now. Let's hear what your manliest noise is when you're up against like a 35-foot-long killing machine. And now we got extra power cells, so I know bad things aren't going to happen out here. So where's the place? No, hold on, let me ram some stuff on accident first. So where's the access point for this thing? I'm not seeing any location that looks like it's accessible. I'll go around the back first, and we'll see what's over there. But I don't see any opening. I mean, one would assume that the thrusters would attach to the power system somehow, and so some kind of tubing or some kind of transfer system would exist for me to make this work. I'm not going underwater right now. I can hear you saying it. Stop being a wuss and go, I'm not going. You can't make me. I'm not going underwater. I don't deal with deep water. When I told you that in the first series, I wasn't joking. I don't do deep water. I'll swim like out in the tidal zone, but the second I can't see the bottom, I'm done. Forget the ocean. Forget it. Burn it with fire. Destroy the whole thing. I don't want to be there. Come on. I know you can do this. I know you can manage. So let's bring this thing around. Oh, this sucks so much. I don't even want to know. So where we go in through remains to be seen. It's looking pretty wrecked up right now. I'm going to put in some new power cells just in case we have to make a getaway. This thing doesn't move very fast, but you know. Just in case. I think we have 2 of them. Yeah. There it is. Throw that in there. Refill that thing. You only get like 17% per cell? Oh man, that's brutal. Moving this thing around is a pain. Alright, so... I don't think it's safe for us. The hell was that? Why is the screen all shaky? No, no shaky screen. Don't do that. It's gonna fall over on top of me. Will you stop that? He's like, sorry, I'm nervously walking. I'm very, very nervous pilot. Sometimes when bad things... I don't know if I want to go around this way. I have this weird feeling it's gonna like shoot fire at me or something when I go around behind here. Because it definitely made a rumbly noise. And if it's rumbly and it's tumbly, I don't want to know. So is it triggered by proximity? It looks like it is. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen if we come over here. But we're looking for an access point right now. It seems to be kind of threatening. I don't know which way is the proper way to go into this thing from. This might take us a little bit of time. I don't want to die over here either, because then I got to get back to my Cyclops, and that would suck. Basically means I got to build a new sea moth from scratch. Make this thing... Wait. Why is there water coming up through the front of my craft right now? Hold on, submerge. Is that the problem? I can't promise nothing bad's gonna happen right now. What's underneath us? Here, dive down for a minute. Looks like just a bunch of piping and wreckage. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how much deeper I should dive. My assumption here would be that I should focus on the surface. But it doesn't look like you're going in through right there. And that's too high up for you to grab, so I don't think there's anything on the back end that we're going to find here. At least nothing that I'm noticing. I'm thinking the shaking is just to freak you out while you're over here. Because we've been out here for a couple minutes, and I haven't seen anything change, so... I don't know, let's go explore the bottom real fast. See what's down here for a minute or two. It's like we got a pretty big chunk of wreckage right there. I'm gonna go down and see what's up. Can't get in through there. Can we get in through here? There we go. That's what I wanted. We'd probably get through that big hole over there too, but oh well. What do we got? Give it to me. That one not gonna work. What about you? Free battery? Yes, please. And you over here, what do you have for me? What are those? A signal? What's in my hand? A landmass detected? So, what? Well, obviously we have to investigate that. This doesn't look like it's working right here. It looks like about half the containers don't actually work. Is there anything on the back end that we could be investigating? No? Ah, disinfected water. That'll be nice if we ever end up needing it. I do wish that I could break those open right there, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. I mean, wrong, the loot would be great, but what is this? Data coordinates for what? That's a really, really good question. Is it a trap, maybe? Who knows? Keep an eye out, because that thing is around here. Looks like there's more wreckage down there, though. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. So up to the top. Ship up in the cockpit once again. How did they name that? Was there some point where you carry chickens around in the cockpit and that's how it works? I mean, I would hate to think that it goes towards like a more sinister origin, but maybe it's because pilots like have egos in their dicks. I don't know. See, I don't know why. Are pilots assholes? I've never met a pilot before, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, shake away all you want. It's horrifying and all that, but I see wreckage down there. I don't know if I should go out in the sea moth or if I should just keep it tight for right now. We do have another location right here. Trying to keep myself. You see how quickly I got in here. I don't want anything to try and eat me. That shit's scary. I don't want to play anymore. I have no interest in playing. Zero interest. Consider me an adult incapable of play. And I feel safe inside of these for some reason. I feel very, very safe. Alright, let's go back to the ship. God, I don't know what to expect from all this, but we'll continue our adventures in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Subnautica. I look forward to seeing you all next time. I do, everybody.